Dylan? Hello. Good morning. Thank you for 25 months. So over 2 years. Hold on, taking my happy pills. Two. Yeah. I was trying to do like a rally emote next to Rebound, but it just kind of looks like I'm like gonna punch him, which would be a devastating mistake. How's your morning going? I don't know why I'm talking like that. I gotta stop that. I gotta stop that right now. You're so fucking tired. Why are you so fucking tired? I can't lie though, I like had a really hard time getting out of bed this morning. First day back to work and actually having to get up at 8. Yeah. End of vacation, I'm sorry about that. That's rough. End of vacation. Balls. I've forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands if I had the privilege. Not since the bowl of Alamigo hung up his swords. You've been sleeping in for the— what is sleeping in for you? Like 10, 11? Back then the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge your victory. I know how far you've come, how much you've endured. Your fight only confirmed it. Between 9 and 12. We shall have to do this again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You've earned it. You have earned it. Come, Pippin, her grace is expecting us. Lead on, father. Mostly ended up being closer to 10. Yeah, if I was left to my own devices, without any outside pressures, I would probably wake up around 10 almost every day. Like totally no pressure from any direction, no obligations. I'd probably go to sleep around 2, wake up around 10. I think that's like my natural circadian rhythm. But even when I'm on an extended unemployment like right now, I don't do that because Kristen wakes up really early. And I can sleep in despite that, but I don't know, I feel bad doing that. Like, she used to get up every morning for work, and I'm, like, sleeping in every day. That would suck. I don't want to do that. Said your goodbyes. In all the years I've known Rebound, I cannot ever see him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it now? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Rugo. You made this happen. Well, nothing to do with it, but, you know. Fine. Take that thing. You have learned the emote victory. Is Rebound still over there? Hold on. Rebound left. I was gonna go victory at his face. I've never known victory up to this point. Here, I can victory at you. Command victory does not exist. Social emote. I did not see it. Victory. For those we can't yet see. Oh wait, I got a good, yeah, it's better. It's gonna give me more magic damage. I like magic damage. You know, it doesn't look half bad either. But... where's my Moogle staff? I would like to go back to that one now. For those we can't yet save. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory we so desperately needed. It is not left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. Quest, return to the capital. Well, you're not really on vacation. Like, waking up and getting out of bed are two different things, and if you can't hit a big gap between those two, you're not really on vacation. On vacation, you should choose to, like, be able to lay in bed all day if you so desire. Of course, that comes at the cost of basically everything else, but...
My lord!
Oh, it's the boy servant is back. He's okay.
Honorwa, my boy.
Honorwa.
Shouldn't you be in bed?
Honorwa, my boy.
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal.
My lord.
I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
They may find it appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
He's not that short. That's actually like a little child.
Stand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
He's like half his height.
Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news.
You hunger? I offer you banana peel. Do you accept? No? I offer you one Easter chocolate. Do you accept? No?
It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
You want meat? What are you, Luffy?
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Gears
That
change.
it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest.
Please summon
We will make
Vidofnir.
peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations.
Artoirel. That's how you say that?
Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
Isn't Artoirel the boss now, though? You do know what character you would like to be viewed to get sucked into an anime storyline. If you got isekai'd.
No stopping it now, is
What do you want to be?
You should inform your Stola and the others.
Your Stola. We should inform your Stola and the others. Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
To thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
That's not a character, though. That's like a show, right? The main character from it. Okay. I'm not familiar with that one. Is that the one that you said is like Dungeon Meshi, but not as good, but still good? Remember you said something like that. Also, I'm gonna just mention that half the reason I'm keeping the Clive armor on for so long is because the Clive armor looks like it got a graphics update before everything else in the game. You dueled General Rabaun within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. Whether I have seen it. We parted ways in Matoya's cave. I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others that our search for Menphilia had reached an impasse. Same level of quality, just a different goal for the storytelling. Okay. They just both happen to be about food. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it was best to keep to myself at the time. I want to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. Let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Artuariel needs our assistance. Yes, teleport to that Falcon's Nest. Like Dungeon Mesh, she still had some high-stakes action going on, which isn't necessarily relaxing. It's just a different type of thing. Campfire has action, plenty of it. Is it just less more relaxing for some reason? Not with the same intent. I guess I just have to see to understand what you're talking about. Well met, Master Hishigi, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his oaths, but you, my lord, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. And so they came. By the fury of grace they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alphino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. It's a great show to get high and have on in the background, and also hold your attention to watch sober and outright. I will say, this probably isn't a show you'd like, per se, and it normally wouldn't be one I'd like. It falls into the high school girls doing cute things category that I don't normally watch very much, but Kristen put this one on, and it's very relaxing, actually. It's like a club, and they just want to camp. They want to go camping. It's called, like, Laid Back Camp. Literally Laid Back Camp. And it's like, the first episode is like, we're gonna try and set up camp next to, like, this park has Mount Fuji in the distance and, like, make ramen and stuff, and it's cold out. And meet some people who are at the campsite. And that's it. It's literally, like, the plot of the show is that they just want to go camping. It's not normally my type of thing, but is it borderline food anime? It's not about food. I think you mean, like, is it like a comfort food type of thing, right? It's not that much about food. To some extent, yes, because they do focus a lot on cooking the food at the campsite, but, like, they equally focus on, like, that, and, like putting a tent together. Like, they show all the steps of putting the tent together. They're just setting it up, like, pulling at the camp stove and, like, setting up the whole, like, outdoor kitchen, like, all that. Starting the fire. They do the thing where they, like, show every step, and it's just nice to watch. Like, putting the poles together for the tent. They bought a cheap tent and it breaks. They have to get a better one, stuff like that. It's a lot of watching steps happen. Yeah. It's something you'd enjoy but just never watch on your own. We haven't watched that much of it, just a couple of episodes, but, like, I like it because it doesn't feel like it's a show about, like, high school girls. It just feels like, you know, that's tangential. Like, they're girls in high school, yeah. But it's not that type of show. It feels like a camping show. Like, it very pretty, like, at least so far, has rarely shown them at the school. When they're at the school, they're talking about camping. There you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Wait with Alphino for the ceremony to begin. Excellent. I hope only Thancred and the others will not be late. Epochal events do not come around very often, by definition, actually. I still suggest watching Campfire. It's essentially a parody isekai in a very good way. Honestly, the only isekai I'm that interested in are parody isekai, so maybe. Like, I can't really take them anymore if they play it straight. It has to be like a comedy or making fun of the concept. Or meta in some way. Yeah, next time you're over, remind me, we'll watch an episode or two. Like, Uncle from Another World is a parody of an isekai. I honestly, I know it's not actually, but I feel like Overlord is a parody of a little bit. I like the angle that it's from the villain side. I don't know, it's got an interesting angle to it, even if it's not, like, amazing, I still enjoy it. You're free to chill this week. This week's actually a little bit complicated, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to stream extra long today, actually, because I won't be able to tomorrow.
Hour approaches.
I'm visiting some family an hour or two away tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be out of town for a wedding Friday and Saturday. Yeah, it has to have a twist on it. Is she alive?
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
I thought she died.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
Do you like the food aspect and less harem in Campfire? I don't feel like Dungeon Meshi is a harem anime. I wouldn't call it that at all. It's been an isekai. Yes, okay, yeah, fair. It's not an isekai, that's, yeah, definitely not.
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
But most isekais are also harems. Are they? Honestly, I'm not... I would believe that statement, but I've never thought about that before, I guess. Yeah, I guess even Overlord is a harem. Konosuba. Lime. Yeah, you're right. Huh. I just never thought about that.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearn to see restored.
Harem isn't something I seek in an anime, but it's also not really something I care about. Like, it's totally incidental usually to me. I don't care either way. It's immaterial to me. Like, it just goes over my, like, in one ear and out the other when that's like a thing in a show.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration. And they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer.
Harem. Official Dragon Ambassador.
Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me.
Get a little closer.
Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. recompense.
Sorry, I cut you off. Twitchy finger.
Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Life. She feeling emotional.
Betwixt our peoples yearneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Art? You gonna make an art? Wow! The dragon made a shocked face. That's so funny. That's pretty cool.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Can't believe the dragon made a shocked face. Huh? Oops. Oh? That's Nidhogg, right? A bad thing has happened.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thordan? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge.
7 hells.
But that's Nidhogg. Yeah.
Worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
You were saying something about how it isn't something you look for or something. It can be a turn off for me. I'd prefer no more than a beach episode. I don't like harem in shows, but I also don't notice it sometimes. Like, unless they play it up a lot, it'll often just go over my head. Like, unless it's like extremely overt. And if they do that, then it's kind of a turn off.
Death to Nidhogg! Death to
Okay.
Nidhogg!
Yeah.
Death to
Okay.
Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Wow, this sucks. Woody whisper. He said something. Shield Hero. I've heard good things about Shield Hero Season 1, but I've heard that Season 2 just like totally falls off a cliff. There they go, the last of the guests, having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still had some small hope that that what you'd seen in Osla was an illusion perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Imric. For a mercy, Vidofnir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Ankh Shrine to receive care from her brethren, but we can hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thordan, but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us, stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance. Like Justinian. Congratulations, you cleared the quest! Everyone's happy! Yay! Alphino is crying, the quest clears. When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confess I envisioned rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light, not even to my fellow Scion, but to you, Ryugo, my friend. But not here. No. The intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Camp Dragonhead. Did my game just crash? Am I still live? My game just crashed. Still live though. Okay, one second. Let me boot the game back up. Weird. At least nothing like that important was going on. I was just teleporting. The game has crashed a couple times now to the point where it's a little bizarre that it keeps happening. But it's always been during a moment where it's not that inconvenient. Yeah, I see your messages. Alphino left the scene and took the game with him. That's funny. Maybe. I might just need to uninstall and reinstall. It might be... I don't know, the local installation might be a little goofy-woofy. Ah, my phone! Okay. Mason, I had a dream last night, and I'm going to repeat parts of it. It was like... For some reason, I was like babysitting, right? It was like this weird sickly child. Who like, it wasn't like Victorian times, but like, it was still like a Tiny Tim type. But like, I started to babysit, and it was weird because I was babysitting, but like, the rest of the family was still there. It was like, I was kind of like, I don't know, house sitting or something, or watching them. But like, one by one, the other members of the family started to disappear, and the child started to get scarier. And then I was alone with the child in this house, and it like, turned into like some Harlequin freak. Like, it had like stitches on its face and like skin flaps, and it was like wearing like a suit. It was like a child, and it was like making these weird noises. And like, it was trying to kill me now. Camp Dragonhead. Let's see if it kills the game this time. And it was trying to kill me with like these sewing needles that were like larger than normal. And like, it did. It like cornered me in the kitchen and like stabbed me with these sewing needles. But then I would wake up again, and it would be like a Groundhog Day scenario where this kept repeating. And like, I would like, the next time this happens, I would like try and warn the dad, but he'd still disappear, or I'd like try to get outside and run through the neighborhood, but like no matter how far I ran, the like baby would still catch up to me and like get me with the needles, right? And it was absolutely terrifying. It's like one of the most disturbing dreams I've had in a long time. And eventually, like, I had to, the way I got out of it was I had to, like, have a struggle with the Harlequin baby thing, monster. I don't know, Harlequin baby is already a thing, maybe I shouldn't say that. But it just looked like a puppet or a mannequin, right? But I had to tussle with it and take the needles, and like I had to finish it myself. I had to like start stabbing the baby. And it was awful. It was really bad. Bro, I hate unshakable nightmares. Yeah. I woke up, and then I was just like, I need to keep laying in bed for a while. And I kind of went back to sleep. Slept in a little bit. I woke up feeling exhausted. I just hated how visceral it felt. Like, it felt awful. These enormous needles going inside of this baby.
That took longer than expected.
And, like, hiding in the bush, like, it felt like forever I was hiding in the bushes and stuff.
Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss.
Alphino brings you hot chocolate. Do you accept?
It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshfon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her.
It comes in pints.
Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emmerich and his forces will do what they believe must be done.
Which is killing Estinian.
That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emmerich is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
You told me you needed to talk about something before that happened, though. So this is not what you originally intended to talk about. Are you gonna drink that? Ah yes, remember the time. That time too. We'll find a way to save him. We'll find a way to save him.
We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Rigo. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner. Time after time, but I am glad you permit me nonetheless. You are a true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support the stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infectious power of hope. But you forget that despair is equally infectious. Right, that is quite enough solemn introspection for one day. I think we should both benefit for some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at Fortamp's Manor. Let us not keep her awaiting any longer. This is where Hoshfont would be, if he was alive. Aethernet, Last Vigil. Yet again we will walk in all too familiar path. I'm reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return to favor. You were here. Let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalamo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of the star, and of the rift between Zodiark and Heidelin, and the Asian's aspirations. But for all that is yet to be revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. Isn't each episode of Crit Roll like 3 hours long? In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. And how many episodes behind are you? Maiming, striking, offending. I guess maiming. You've learned the emote battle stance. You are on episode 49 out of 91, and each episode is close to 4 hours? Is that what you're telling me?
Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough. enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis and understand what it takes to win a war.
Close to 170 hours of catch-up. I would not do that, personally. That's enough time to watch, like, dozens upon dozens of movies, or play, like, 10 different video games to completion, or watch, like, 4 other TV series. I say that as I play Final Fantasy XIV.
Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
To be fair though, 170 hours is significantly longer than I've already put into this game.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
I would either cut my losses at that point, or I'd, like, read the summary and just start listening with the new material. Like, read the spark notes on it. Warrior of Darkness. Whatever the hell that means.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raised their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
It's like 20 hours less than all of One Piece. Jesus Christ. You didn't have to put it in perspective like that. Caution, Yida. That is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until we know more. My plans for Friday night? I'm gonna be gone Friday night. I'm gonna be gone Friday night into Saturday. Wedding. One of Kristen's college friends. Up near the mountains. First gear? The man within. What does this give me when I open it? reaches of naming these good things. Do I want these things? Congrats. Oh yeah, sure. I don't think you know them, but we'll do. The Man Within. Master Hashiki, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I think playing Lethal Company right before bed influenced my dream last night. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you. Normally games and stuff like that don't affect my dreams, but like, I don't know, it felt pretty like that to me. There you are. Have you a moment? There's something I would fair discuss. Are you free Thursday night, or most likely worried about packing then? I read your message like it was dialogue from the game. I don't think packing's gonna be a huge deal. I will let you know. I have to... ask me again a little bit closer to Thursday. I probably will be free, but I'm not sure. I've gotta stop playing Lethal before bed. I can never sleep after getting the shit scared out of me. You can bring Legos. I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the Peace Conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. Yeah, Mason, how late did you keep playing last night after I left? My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of Estinian. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation at Azla, I feared we had lost him forever. The fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus I did turn to Y'shtola and Kryl for a more empirical appraisal. And full glad that I did, for it would seem they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Yes. One more round and getting off. Stand up time. Go stand up. Go tell them what you did. Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting. I think my character's about to have to stand up too. My foot is bigger than Alphino's head. Kryl. Hi.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Thumbs up.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Oh no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
As you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when you took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
It was rather gross.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to
Nerdhog.
conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean?
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino, by all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers.
The dangers.
Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Yes, grab his foul orbs, Alphino. Everyone nodded at once.
I found you at last.
The child is here. Ward.
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Anawa.
Anawa. Anawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
Oh? Oh? What? Oh, the small dragon.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
I haven't watched the episode of Kaiju number 8 yet, but I've heard good things. I'm caught up on the manga, though. I've never seen Baki before. I've only seen, like, memes from Baki.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration
That's
of
about where I thought it would end, yeah.
twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg. Death to Nidhogg.
They did say that. They did indeed say that. What news has Sir Emeric to share with us, I wonder? Casting. Hailstorm attire. How good is the hailstorm attire? Is it good enough for me? Oh my goodness, I look like a complete fool. I look like a total dork. But it's very powerful. Let's just glam back up real quick. What new? Oh, I got some good armor that like made me look like a fucking clown. But it's good armor though. I really like this music. I like the organ in the background. You're gonna treat me some delicious Italian food after this quest. Apple strudel. I want apple strudel. Might Sir Emeric perchance have received word of a Dravinian advance? Or mayhap they located that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say.
Thank you for coming.
Do I follow up my cup of coffee with leftover White Claw from last night?
You have had news of Nidhogg?
No.
Alas, no. Our scouts range far
Flat White Claw.
But they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
Whim.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists.
Reconnoiter?
But even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Yeah, Zach left an enormous, like, box of White Claw here that I've been slowly working at whenever I play Lethal.
We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
An Asian?
You speak of Hraesvelga?
Oh. That's a better guess than mine.
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelga's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal. And if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard.
Ishgard.
Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord, though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then, we will depart at your leisure.
Second, I got a hangnail. If I don't take care of it now, I'm gonna keep chewing on it. Can't be having that now, can we?
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
So we're going back to Synmyn, was that it? It grieves me to impose upon you in this matter, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Emeric. To Ryugo and I, Ishgard is as a second home. The many battles we have fought and the bonds we forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is aught that we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed, with that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tataru. You will be escorting me to Synmyn. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are yet unknown to me. We will summon Hraesvelgr at Zenith in the Churning Mists. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best we pay a visit to Ankh's shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations? I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose this in part out of concern of her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. I thought she was dead, so this is wonderful news. I thought Vidofnir was, like, fucking dead. Well reasoned. To the Dravinian Forelands, then. I'm on the verge of crossing back over to a million gil that they originally gave me when I started the game. I'm like just under 1,000 short. Which means I will have broken even on my purchase of a room at the Free Company House, which was by far the most expensive thing I've bought in the game. Vidofnir yet lives. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and his companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, immortal. I was tempered by the fires of battle ere the great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years ago. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace when man and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our every effort to do so not undone by ancient rancor. For a truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for some all, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly. Thou knowest as well as I he will answer. Hraesvelgar's heart remains unchanged then. A pity. But if it is folly to hope, I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way of thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. I would like apple strudel. Winning over the worm. You'll strudel your apple. Thank you. Much appreciated. Someone's gotta do it. Winning over the worm. Though I expected no better answer from Vidofnir, I take pleasure from having been proven right. 'Twould seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I'd anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Guide ahead if you wish, Hugo. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Y'all... Can't y'all teleport there? I can teleport there. Why is everyone walking? We got magic! Cool. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but I guess he had never been here before, so he couldn't teleport. But never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. You lived to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinian and Ysalia walked at our side. Kupo, is that you, Rigo? In Halloween Town music. If it isn't don't tell me you forgot my name, Kupo. After all we've been through together. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Rigo? Definitely not the last one. Of course, Moghan. You seemed a bit hesitant for a moment there, but I'm sure you were just fondly recalling the time we camped near Zenith, right, Kupo? But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mogholm, Kupo? An audience with old Hraesvelgar. Well, I hope you've brought the horn, Kupo. If the winds as gentle as they are, a good toot should reach the great worm's ears easily enough. That is good to hear, Magan. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith while the winds are in our favor. Bye-bye. That was unexpected, Kupo. Chieftain Moglin will want to hear about this. You gonna snitch? He's gonna go snitch. Oh yeah, Zenith. I think I'm gonna take a BRB for a couple minutes. I need to get some more coffee and make a run to the water closet. Yeah. BRB. BRB.